Hey everyone, how's it going? Just up here today, to finish doing our bottom end bearings. So they're all in. Next we'll have to move on, put our oil pickup pipe and screen back on and put the sump back on, and this little bit's done. Oh, and replace the oil filter. That's not a big drama. So yeah, we're gonna do that today hopefully and get all that back together, and got a few other things to update you about, and so I'll show you all the bearings. I've got them all out now. That's all buttoned up and done. So yeah, I've got them set up, so I'll show you them, and yeah, I'll show you a few other stuff that's going on. Alright, I'll bring you back in a sec. Alright, here are our bottom end bearings. So number one, try and get rid of that sun for you. Yep, number one, not great, but yeah, not that bad, all things considered. Two's getting a little bit worse. Yeah, it's one of those things. The first three would go again if need be. Three's actually starting to look a little bit better, and four's pretty bad. And these two aren't round the wrong way. I would have thought that would be three, but it's not. That's two. Usually they get progressively worse as you go back, but it might be the way the oil feeds to this engine. They might get a better flow to 1 and 3 or something on those lines. But yeah, so they'll all go in the bin now. But yeah, they were, that one's been outside for a bit. This one, yeah, try and get out of that bloody glare, and don't know if you can read that, but yeah, the bearings we found in this box, the cardboard box for them, the ACL ones, that's what was in it. So yeah, so I think that little, how do you put it, scenario of what's happened is probably, I reckon, we're right, or I'm right. Yeah, I don't know exactly how long it's been like this for, but probably been a while. Sun's a pain. So pickup pipe, screen, this all came out of the super major engine. Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem. This is our old, well, I'll show you it, our old broken pipe. Doesn't appear to fit. Now if you put them side by side, you can tell they're a different size. Now, I knew there was two different sizes, but these should be the same size, because this is about a 59 tractor, and well, theoretically that came out of a 60, very late 63, so they should have been the same, but they're not. So the super major engine is the sump on it was an early sump, so obviously the sump and the oil pump went in it for whatever reason. That engine had been pulled down previously and repaired, or in-frame rebuild from what I'm told. So obviously they've put some second-hand bits from another engine in it, which is all good, that's fine. It's getting a new oil pump, so that'll rectify one issue. So now I need two oil pickup pipes. I should have two somewhere. I'm just going to have to do a bit of digging and try and work out where they are. So that puts a bit of a downer on today's efforts, because, well, yeah, the motor out of that one's getting parted out, but that's also another early engine, so it's probably got another early pickup pipe in it. So I should have, there should be a pickup pipe out of the original my original power major engine, the one that's on the pallet over there, that's all, you know, stripped and no good. There should be one for that. And I did buy a parts engine, but the parts engine was a bit of a Frankenstein. It was like a early model, same as that motor. It was an early model block with the throttle rod through the guts of it, but it had a power major head on it. And I bought it sight unseen, saying it was out of a power major, which it was, but someone had Frankenstein 2 engines together to make one. So it worked out. I got the bits I needed off it, but excuse me. Yeah, the bottom end was early, so depends on which oil pickup pipe and oil pump they used in it. I've just got to find these. There should be 2 somewhere. So that buggers all that up. What else I've got to say? Hydraulics. So then once we get the motor to run again, the next thing is getting the hydraulics to work again. I did a job for a fella the other day. Turns out that's what he does for a living. He's a hydraulics guy. Technician, maybe you call him? I don't know. You know, one of the guys goes around in the truck with all the hoses and the fittings and the crimpers and all that sort of stuff, and repairs people's problems. So I said, hey, I've got this. What should I be doing? And he was like, yep, that's easy. Now, I've got a new spool valve for this, but talking to him, it's not going to work. And I had a bit of reservations about this, and he just, yeah, confirmed it. So the relief valve for the system is in the spool valve. So you have, you know, your opening pressure of whatever it's set to. Apparently, these old systems, I knew they were low, but he reckons, yeah, probably 800,000 pound, you know, nothing major, fairly low. More higher volume, lower flow, which is what I sort of knew. The new stuff is a smaller diameter lines, higher pressure, less flow, well, less needed flow, I suppose you'd say. And I thought, that's fine, I can adjust the relief valve down to, you know, whatever I need it to. I'd need a gauge to be able to do it, but yeah, I could adjust it. And he's like, probably not. The relief valve probably won't let you go low enough for that. So that screwed that idea. But I had photos of this valve and I said, look, this is what I've got. This came with it, but yeah, the fittings, as I showed in the last video, they're not, I don't know how you keep a hose on there. And we sort of had a bit of a chat about it, and he was saying, yeah, probably what I thought, that the steel line goes on there and there's a bracket that holds it in there that obviously doesn't bolt to that, it bolts to the frame or somewhere or something, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He said, just tap a thread in there. Just pull the fittings out, grease it up real well, tap a BSP or whatever thread in there and screw a fitting in it. Okay, yep, fine. I didn't really ever think about that. And we can cap off the spool that we're not using, because we're only using one. So I said, yeah, do that, because that'll be, you know, it'll work for what you're doing. I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. And he said, yeah, I'll come up and I'll fix it for you. So I got to take that back down to town, get that tapped. I've got a fair few taps, but I don't know if I'd have the right one. I think it'll end up being like 1/2 inch BSP. So I might just go buy one. Or I'll borrow one or something. I'll sort that out, that's no big drama. So yeah, get that tapped, get it mounted, drain the hydraulic tank, have a look in there, see how bad it is. It's probably pretty nasty, it probably needs cleaning out. And yeah, get him to come up for a day and he can sort all my hydraulic issues out, and then it'll just work. I like the sound of that, because this has dragged on a bit too long, this project. It wasn't supposed to be a project at all. So yeah, so that's what's happening with that. I don't know if we'll get footage of that or not, because, you know, one of those things, he might not want to be on YouTube, and there'll probably be a lot of waffling and a lot of, yeah, it won't be very direct to the subject. So I might get a couple of, you know, small clips of just when things are happening maybe, or something. We'll see what happens. But So yeah, that's all a bit up in the air, but yeah, it's going to happen. Yeah, so I'm a bit stuck now. I've got things I can do. I can do that exhaust elbows still. That's got to be done. Yeah, let's get. This is the problem. I'm getting to a point in a few projects where you hit a wall, you're waiting on stuff, and so then you go like to the next one. Let's go around here. So this thing, I've got to find out. I'm still waiting on the bloody crankshaft. The issue is now it's starting to get cold, and it's not really good to paint things when it's cold. So I'll probably assemble the engine over winter, maybe. I'm not. Yeah, I'm a bit unsure about that because I want to. I'm going to paint it. Yeah. I don't think there's any real point putting it all together with the motor that's not painted, unless it's already primed and you know we're going to run it in, make sure it's all good, and then paint the lot. But yeah, it might have to wait till next summer. That doesn't matter. There's plenty of other things to work on, like that big orange thing there, and there's another Fordson up there that needs a sump pulled off it, and so it would be nice to get something buttoned up. But yeah, this one I think is gonna be a bit longer. What I think I'm going to try and do is, if I miss the last of the good weather, I'll try and get it ready so next summer slot the motor in, clean up the back end, like pull everything off it, tank off it, all that, so I can start working my way back with paint. So at least maybe we'll get I suppose the chassis painted. Yeah. So we still need to do, there's an axle seal there that's gone, so that one looks a bit howdy-doody as well, so we need, got to pull the top cover off, axle seals, we have to go through this top cover, because obviously that piston needs replacing, but we've got one. The hydraulics only go up, they don't go down, so that needs rectifying, so it'll need a seal kit in it. So yeah, there's a few things to do back here, but yeah, I think that's about it. But yeah, next summer I'd like to have the back end, you know, sort of buttoned up and painted. Would be nice, but it's just time and money and other things. I noticed this guard, it used to flop around a bit, but now it just seems to lay over, so I think it's pretty much ready to fall off nearly. When I got it, it was sort of fairly, it moved a little bit, but now she's just, yeah, doesn't even stay up at all. So that's probably gonna, yeah, well, that one I think I can fix, if need be. Oh, that's interesting, there's a bolt hole there, one there, one there and there, okay. This might have had a rollover frame on it, because that's how the power major is. It has the tube, the pipe comes up and picks up the guards as well. Maybe this was the same. Yeah, anyway, I'm rambling a bit. So yeah, that's a bit of an update on that. I'll find out during the week about my about the crankshaft. Yeah, because that's it. I don't know if I've gone through it or not, but the issue I'm having, I'll show that wind's a bit average there probably for you. The issue I'm having, there's only 1 or 2 places in Tasmania that do crankshafts, so I took it to my local machine shop and they've posted it to the other side of the state to one of these machine shops that do crankshafts, and I just got to wait in the queue, and obviously it must be a long queue. But in saying that, I really need to get the block in. I'll get them to dip the block, probably do the head as well, put it in the hot tank, and that'll be nice and clean and just easy. You can just blow paint on it then. So I'll probably get that done soon, but it's a bit of a bit of stuff around, trying to get it out there. So yeah, I think that's about really the only progress I've got to sort of fill you in on. Nothing's happened to this, that's just still sitting there. If everything fails, I might end up starting to tinker with this, but I don't want to have 10 irons going in the fire at once, because that's just going to be dumb. Probably more likely enough to start looking at the other than was it 54 major, pull the sump off that probably if I run out of stuff to do. But I can see that's going to turn into another engine rebuild, I reckon. We'll just see it. One of those things. But yeah, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see how we go with that. I don't really want to do another engine because it's getting quite expensive. Yeah, even just doing this thing, like it's a lot of money already invested and it's nowhere near done. It'll probably be a $6,000 tractor by the time I'm done. So yeah, one of those things. Yeah, that's about all I've really got to update you guys on. Not much else is going on, just working and trying to get as much as I can done on these things. I want to get this buttoned up because this would be good to have, and it's not supposed to be a project, it's just supposed to be something to use. Well, I think that's about me done for the day. Yeah, I'll keep you updated. Well, you'll see something next week. There's no point really, doing updates when the videos are only a week apart. So, yeah, this week I'm going to have to find those pickup pipes I've got at home. I might end up having to buy one. I think I know a fellow who might have one. But yeah, that's just a bit of a bugger. But yeah, we'll see. See what I can dig up at home. At least if I find one now, I can continue on with this thing and keep this rolling, which would be, quite nice. Get this thing out of the way. And yeah, that's about it. That's really all that's stopping me, and then the motor should run and be able to run, well, fairly well continuously then, without any problems. So yeah, oh, you know what I'm going to say. Like, share, subscribe, all that lovely stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.